Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be sharing a couple quick and easy recipe ideas with you. So I don't know about you, but when I get home from work I'm super tired and I'm always on the lookout for a quick and easy recipe to cook for my family, but that one that is also relatively healthy and that hits kind of all those food groups. So in today's video I put together a couple of these meal ideas for you. I hope you enjoy this kind of video. If you're new here, my name is Melissa and I post videos all about being a mum, living in New Zealand, hacks, hauls, recipe ideas, and just about everything in between. I'd love to have you as a viewer, so please hit the subscribe button down below. Hey guys, so today it is Monday. Tonight for dinner I am going to be doing some chicken thighs. They're skinless and boneless, so it makes it really quick and easy. And I'm going to do some carrots on the side, some roast potatoes, and some peas. Actually really easy. It sounds a little bit intense, but it's actually really easy, simple meal. I've preheated the oven and I've just peeled my carrots, so I'm just going to continue with that.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.
Okay, so for the sauce for the carrots, you are going to add a little bit of butter into the pot. Not the healthiest of recipes, but hey, it's not that bad. So about a teaspoon or so of butter to a pot, and then 2 cloves of garlic.
But we get up and start from the ground.
Okay, so you're going to cook up, melt the butter and cook up the garlic to start. And then once it's going, I'm just going to add a bit of honey to the pot. Not much, because not too big on too sweet carrots, but just to give it a little bit of a nice flavor, we'll add some of the honey.
And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs.
Okay, so for the potatoes, I'm going to parboil them, and then I'm going to do this shake to roughen up the edges, and then pop them in the tray with the chicken just to finish roasting. This apparently makes the most crispiest potatoes ever, so let's give it a shot and see how it goes.
You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling.
And that just like roughens up the edges a bit and apparently makes it divine. So I'm just going to add this now to my dish of chicken, and I'm going to pop it in the oven for 40 minutes as well as the carrots for 30 minutes. So you can see here from the potatoes that they're nice and rough on the edges, and apparently those pieces go like really super crispy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray a bit more olive oil on top just to make sure the potatoes are also coated, and then hopefully once I take the chicken out there'll be some nice chicken juice just to move the potatoes around in. So there's about 10 minutes left on the chicken and carrots and potatoes, so I'm going to put on the peas now. I've just boiled the kettle, added the peas, I'm just going to let it boil. Okay, so for the chicken gravy, I'm just taking some juices from the chicken, poured it out while it's still cooking. You have to be really careful with that. And then I'm just going to add some pesto to it. Nothing fancy, just nice and easy. So tonight I'm going to be making like a meat-free wrap type meal, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so for tonight's meal, I'm going to be using some wraps. So I've just got Ferris caramelized onion. We really like these ones. I'm going to be using some spinach, some beetroot, pumpkin, feta, avo, and hummus. Of course, the ingredients here are totally up to you. We just really love this flavor combo. I mean, some of us might have avo, some of us might not. Some of us might have hummus, some might not. But it's nice to have them on hand to offer with the meal. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up my pumpkin, chop up my beetroot, and get them on the boil. Okay, so you'll see with the beetroot I've cut it into really thin strips. This just makes it a lot faster to boil. Of course you can roast your beetroot and your pumpkin, but this might take a little bit longer. It depends how much time you have. So I'm just actually going to parboil this and the pumpkin and then pop it in the oven and the grill just to roast up a little bit and give it a bit of caramelization. Okay, and now the pumpkin's all chopped up nice and small as well. You don't want to chop them too small because then they're not going to roast nicely and they'll probably end up like mush. So that I'm going to parboil as well as the beetroot now, and then we'll get them in the oven. Okay, so while that is on the boil, I'm going to turn this oven on to preheat. So I'm just putting on base heat and up to 200, and then when it's preheated I will move it on to maxi grill and pop the veggies inside. Okay, so you don't want to boil the pumpkin until like too much. You just want to do it till they're a little bit soft so that they don't turn into mush, and then they're easy to caramelize under the grill. Okay, so now I'm just going to drizzle some olive oil, some salt and pepper, and pop it in the oven. I'm not going to roast the beetroot because it doesn't need to be roasted. It's good as it is. And yeah, we're going to pop that in the oven now probably for about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so the beetroot is all done, and the reason I'm not roasting it is because it's nice and crispy still and crunchy, and it's a really nice texture to have in the wrap. You don't want too many like soft textures or it just gets mushy. So I'm just going to add some salt and pepper here, and then it's ready to dish. Okay, so to build my wraps, I just have them ready over here, and I'm just going to start with some hummus. And then I'm going to add some spinach to mine. My hubby doesn't react well with spinach, so I'm just going to leave his free from spinach. Okay, so next up you just want to pop on some of your pumpkin. Excuse the noise in the background, the boys are just playing while I cook dinner. And then you're going to pop on some beetroot.
Too far away from my hometown. With my family I am bound.
Okay, and then last but not least, you're going to add your feta. If you want to keep it vegan, take out the feta, maybe put some nutritional yeast and some nuts, just to add in some good fats. And of course you just want to add some avo as well.
Resting on the myth of old. All of your stories have been told.
Okay, so you'll see I like to eat mine like pizza style, and Viv prefers to eat his in a wrap, so he'll just fold it up and eat it as a wrap. And there you have it. Hey guys, it is Tuesday now, and I'm taking a bit of inspiration from Pharaoh's burrito mix. Tonight I'm going to be making like a spicy taco bowl. So instead of using tacos, I'm going to be using rice, and to that I'm going to be adding some spicy mince, only slightly spicy, some spicy black beans, some corn, some avo, some tomato, and then some cheese. So yeah, I'll just show you how it goes. It's really easy and really quick and perfect for those busy weeknights. Okay, so to start, I have my onions in here, and I am using some Nutsalex buttery. This is like butter, but a healthier version apparently. And to this pot, I've got my black beans waiting. I've only used about half a tin of this, and I'm going to add a little bit of spices to it, but I will show you once I do that. This you can only prepare just before you eat, so I'm just going to leave that. Right now, I'm going to saute my onions and then brown my mince. Okay guys, so I've browned off my onions and I'm browning off my mince now. And to this I'm going to add our Pharaoh's pouch. You don't have to use the Pharaoh's pouch, I'm just using it because it makes my life easier. And I don't have to think of the spices that go in or follow a recipe. So in this spice mix, they've got cumin, chipotle chili, coriander, black pepper, chili, maize flour, sugar, sea salt, tomato, garlic, oregano and parsley, red bell pepper, onion, and some citric acid. If you do follow calories, this is really, you can see it's really low as well. It's also gluten free and halal. So the mince is all nice and brown now with the spice mix. It smells absolutely amazing. And to this, I'm gonna add 400 grams of tinned tomato. So looking good. I'm just gonna give this a good stir. And I'm just gonna let it cook and simmer. I may add some water, just because it is actually quite thick from the spice mix. So we'll see. So for the ultimate cheat and hack when you're cooking dinner in the week is to get yourself these rice in a bag or rice and quinoa in a bag. It is so convenient. These are great for lunches as well, and they literally take 2 minutes in the microwave. So that's how I'm cutting this meal down so much, because the rice is really fast to cook. These are often on special, 2 for $4 or 2 for $5. So have a look for them in your local Countdown or New World or Pack and Save. But they are a game changer, guys. So this is looking really good now, and it's all ready to go. So next I'm going to tackle my black beans. You can use any beans. I just prefer to use black beans. It's really traditional Mexican way of making things. I'm going to add some garlic salt to it. And I'm going to add some of this Greg's curry powder. This is not spicy at all, it's a little bit of a tang. However, if you're like really sensitive, rather skip this and add something like paprika, because then it's not as harsh for you. And for this, you literally just add a little bit of the garlic and a little bit of the curry powder. And you're literally just going to heat that through. Yeah, so not much to see here, just cooking up the black beans with the spices. So for the other part, I am just going to cut it open and smash it all together in a bowl. I'm not going to make a guacamole, I'm not that talented, I'm just going to make it nice and simple. And a little secret to check how an avocado, if an avocado is ripe, is at the top. Here you just push it there rather than feeling the body of the avocado, because that can bruise it. If you push the top and it's soft and to the softness that you like for your avocado, then you know it's done. See? Perfect. Okay, so to my smashed up avocado, I've just mashed it with a fork. I'm just going to add some black pepper. Some Himalayan pink salt. You only need a little bit of that because it's quite strong. And then I don't have any fresh lemons, but I'm just going to add a bit of lemon juice. Okay, so all the elements are ready. You got your black beans, some tomatoes, some avo, some cottage cheese, some brown rice or quinoa, and some corn, and I'm just going to dish it up. So for tonight's recipe, I'm going to be cooking this in the slow cooker. I'm doing a bit of a coconut curry, and I'm going to be serving that up with some rice. So for this I need some onions, coconut cream, some chili, turmeric, garlic, ginger, some curry powder, and then some chicken thighs with the bone in. You can use chicken breasts or chicken thighs with the bone removed, but keeping the bone in definitely gives it a little bit more flavor. I'm sure I will also just be adding in some pepper and some salt. So I'm just going to chop up my onion now. Okay, before you get started on your spices and browning your meat and onions, you want to preheat your slow cooker so that it is nice and ready when you are ready to put everything inside. So the next thing you want to do is add 2 tablespoons of olive oil to a pot or pan. Okay, and then you want to activate your spices, so you're going to throw them in here and warm them up a little bit and get them to be aromatic. So I'm just going to add roughly 3 teaspoons of this Greg's curry powder. I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of turmeric, some garlic powder, some ginger, and some chili flakes. You can leave the chili flakes out if you don't want it to be too spicy. Okay guys, so this is what it currently looks like. I'm just going to cook that up a little bit in the oil to get the spices going, and then I will add the onions and the chicken. Okay guys, you must smell this. It is absolutely amazing. I've got my spices all nice and activated now. So now I'm going to add in my onions. Look at all of that beautiful color. So I'm just going to cook these down now a little bit and then add in my chicken. Smelling amazing. Completely forgot to add this when I was getting all my ingredients together. So I've also added in a teaspoon of garam masala and about half a teaspoon of coriander. Okay, so the next thing that I have done is I've added my chicken thighs to my pot. You can hear it's nice and hot. And I'm just going to sear them off in some of the leftover curry spices, and I'm going to add some salt and pepper to them just to give them a bit more seasoning, and then they are ready to go into the slow cooker. Okay, so as you can see, there is loads of color. I'm ready to pop this into my slow cooker and get that going for the meal to cook. So you will see there are some oils and juices at the bottom that you definitely want to add to your slow cooker. Okay, and then your last step is to add in your coconut cream. Okay, so this is all good to go now. If you would like to cook this on high, you will cook it for 2.5 to 3 hours. So I mean, that's if you really want your dinner really quickly. But if you are going out to work for the day, you can cook it on low for between 6 and 8 hours. So that's the secret to a really fast meal, guys, is you can put this on before work, and when you get home you can just heat up your rice in the microwave for 2 minutes and your dinner is ready. I've actually had a couple people ask me where's my slow cooker from. This is not a fancy one, it is a very basic one. I got it from Kmart for $25 and that's it. It's quite a big one, but there are such cool ones out there with timers and all sorts of things. So yeah, I just thought I would see if I would use it a lot, and it looks like I am, so I might invest in a better one this winter. But there's nothing wrong with this guy, he's doing the job perfectly. Okay, looking absolutely amazing. It is still quite watery, so what I'm going to do is I am going to create a bit of a roux just to thicken it up, and I will show you how I do that. Okay, so I've just got this little strainer on top of my mug, and I'm just going to grab some liquid. Add some flour now to this liquid. Okay guys, so that's it for today's video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and comment down below to let me know if you like these kinds of videos, so I know to make these kinds of videos in the future. And as always, please comment down below with any of your own video requests. I love to take your ideas on board as well, and I will see you in my next one.